Yo, what it do? I love when content creators think they're gonna make a long video and people gonna react to the length of it. We're gonna speed run through this because 10 things that's coming for 2025 has already been done like 90 times. Y'all know the YouTube algorithm. I got like two, three videos out about things to expect for 2025. Just curious to see what the AI Grid's point of view is. He always makes some good content, but we're not going to stay for the full 30 minutes and 17 seconds. There's no technology right now that merits a video that long, which is why I want to react to it. But
In this video, I've scoured through everything that I could personally find that I know is going to be there in 2025. So let's not waste any time and jump into exactly OpenAI.
okay,
And
so
they are going to launch an AI agent in 2025 called an operator agent. And this is going to be an agent that can use a computer to take actions on a person's.
all right, so I think the definition of AI agents is going to change in 2025. Now, I ain't saying what he's saying is wrong, but AI agent is a autonomous act done over and over and over again. It has a different name. You could call it what is it? Autonomous, what is it? Full automation. There you go. Agents and automation are literally the same shit. Like you give it a task and it does it over and fucking over and over for the said model that you're training it on. Or said model that is following, like whatever flow business operation you got going on. That's why the motherfucking name is called operator. Hello. But you don't gotta believe me. It's gonna be doing basic tasks anyways. And the code that it will be writing, I don't need to do too much research into it. The code that it will be writing probably won't be as detailed or as I guess generated as we think. It'll probably have like some GPT or some LLM involved with it. And that's just for the said computer or said system that it wants to be on. But other than that, it's not gonna be grandiose. Next.
Now, if you want to know about that voice agent that he was actually talking about, they actually did a very short demo. This is something that you probably didn't see because number one, like I didn't even cover this, and no other channel has really covered this because this was a private demo that OpenAI actually did. But it actually showcases what OpenAI's agents are going to be doing in 2025, where they're going to be able to call different stores and do things on your behalf. So you can
Yes, someone else has done it. It was Google. Actually gonna pull it up right. Oh, if it comes up, okay, Google AI agent video. And I think it was years ago, a couple years ago. Oh, was it 2 months ago? I'm going to no. Okay, Google agent called people on your behalf. Right? 2018. So you guys don't think I'm like
Have you
capping or
considered
anything?
how costly final
Oh my
expenses can be?
gamma.
Many seniors don't, until it's too late.
The progress with the assistant. As I said earlier, our vision for our assistant is to help you get things done. Change schedule, maybe call a plumber in the middle of the week, or even schedule a haircut appointment. We are working hard to help users through a haircut appointment on Tuesday between 10 and noon. What happens is the Google Assistant makes the call seamlessly in the background for you. So what you're going to hear is the Google Assistant actually calling a real salon to schedule the appointment for you. Let's listen.
How can I help you? Hi, I'm calling to book a women's haircut for a client.
So basically, I showed that first just so I could show you guys it's about to be the same shit. Like it's literally about to be the same shit. Nothing
see
changed.
right
Like
here,
I
you can
know it.
stores, and this assistant is going to be able
Like
to do many different things for you.
I know it's just calling now. So not news. It's covered already. Like what is it, 2024, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 6 years ago, Google did that. 6 years later, AI, OpenAI did it. You want to know the only thing that they have in common? Both of them are is Google and Microsoft the same thing? I don't want to butcher anything, but both of them are tech giants, right? Or one is under a tech giant, whatever the case may be. So we got three agents in the first, I guess, 5 minutes. You got a customer agent, a voice agent, AI agent, all automation tools. So like you really don't deeps research agent, project manager agent, workflow agent. So it looks like agents for the first 12 minutes of this video, right? So we're gonna go all the way up to the 12-minute
Labs,
mark.
I do want to see if it manages to use some of the proprietary models. It currently, according to my research, is used, I think, a 2B model and a 3B model. So it's going to be super, super fascinating to see how they manage to execute on this. And they can scan the website and just do a billion different things. So
Yeah, so web scraping type of thing, but it's nothing. Yo, okay, so infinite memory is something that someone literally just commented on my video about he was working on. It's just funny how literally an hour later he
physical
AI
AI
grid is
will be
covering
one
it
of the
too.
biggest themes of 2025. And this is because many different companies are going to be really, really pushing the boundaries of what it comes to when they are going to a variety of different advances that now make it easier to develop humanoid robots in the sense that you're going to see a real increase in the number of humanoids around. And
I don't think we're gonna see an increase in humanoids around because there's still a lot of logic, uh, like a lot of logic that comes with making sure the robot can complete tasks better than a human or on a human level. There's a lot of logic that isn't there yet. It could do the basic tasks, but simulation and how we train the robots is gonna take off in 2025. I believe NVIDIA came out with some simulation that had to do with the physics of how things, I guess, impact. So how water impacts on a wall and stuff. Dude, there's basically like 100x in the level of data that a robot can intake and train itself on in a simulation. Think of it like the hyperbolic time trick, the hyperbolic time chamber for my Dragon Ball Z heads or my anime heads. That hyperbolic time chamber is what them AI robots is getting trained on. You go in there for 2 years, you gonna come back Super Saiyan 4. You feel me, baby? Like it ain't. It's a real thing right now that's happening, and it's kind of giving me some hives because it's like, yo, we're on the cutting edge of like technology. Like, shit. Next year we might have superpowers. Think about it seriously, y'all. We might be able to be chipped up. So that's for the robot stuff. Infinite memory.
we've already seen robots walk really
I want to
effectively.
watch
We've already
this.
seen robots be able to be completely autonomous and do tasks that humans would already do. So it wouldn't be surprising if, of course, now we do get those demos that are going to be very, very effective. And here we have the head of Microsoft AI actually talking about how we are going to be getting infinite memory, which is essentially where these models that we do have are essentially now never going to forget anything. And this brings up the very interesting debate. If a model, if an LLM, if an AI system never forgets anything you tell it, why would you switch to another AI system? So I think companies are rushing to get out this, unlimited.
You would switch to another AI system because the memory that you can train it off of, there's certain things that you kind of want to block it off, or, right? Or you kind of want it to remember certain things and forget other things. So, like, that infinite memory is going to be like a catch 22. It's going to feel beneficial at first, and then AI, like Claude, is going to do some crazy shit. I'm calling it now. Claude is going to remember, yo, Dr. Uzo. Yeah, he said F me. All right, cool. It's up. Like, you know what I mean? Like they're gonna start adopting how we talk. It's gonna get scary when it comes to the security side of things when you hear a robot talk like us. Like how I'm regurgitating things right now, he come up to you like, hey man, how's everything going? Your day's fine? Like, and there's no hiccup for you to know that he's a robot or there's some detection of voice. Like, yo, bro, scary shit if infinite memory is a thing because that's not something to take lightly. Not something to take
Memory kind of
lightly.
thing, and it's going to be really important. But he literally says here that this will come online in 2025.
Memory is the critical piece because Today, every time you go to your AI, you have a new session, and it has a little bit of memory for what you talked about last time or maybe the time before. But because it doesn't remember the session 5 times ago or 10 times ago, it's quite a frustrating experience to people because you don't go and invest deeply and really share a lot and really look to build on what you've talked about previously because it's going to forget.
I feel like infinite memory, some sort of it is already there. I just
So you
don't know
sort of
how
tap out
much.
after a while and it turns, you know, into a shallower experience. But we have prototypes that we've been working on that have near infinite memory. And so it just doesn't forget, which is truly
Good. Yeah, that's
transformative. When we talk about
transformative right
inflection
there.
points, memory is clearly an inflection point because it means that it's worth you investing the time. Because everything that you say to it, you're going to get back in a useful way in the future. You will be supported, you will be advised. I'm really confident 2025 memory is done, permanent memory. I mean, if you think about it, we already have memory.
This
All right,
at all,
thinking
you won't
models.
really know what's going on. And I say this because currently the O1 models, from what I've seen, they're only really applicable to those who are in, some form of really extreme academia, like mathematics, physics, science, coding. Anyone that's at that real level is going to be getting value from it. So for those of you who aren't at the area where, you're going to be using these thinking models, then of course this is going to be something that isn't of value to you, but it is something that is essentially the new paradigm in 2020.
I don't know how much of the thinking model is going to be essential. I think what's going to grow is people making their own local LLM because it's the data that it takes for you to build one is fucking bonkers, bro. And don't nobody want to be sharing their personal information to get like a use case product that is very general and watered down with your information. Man, I'm gonna say now, LLMs on a local level will be adopted. Humanoid stuff will be on a local level on a local server before it be adopted. The only people that might win in this is Amazon. They managed to have their back end covered. Like you could just go on Amazon and Microsoft. You could just go on AWS or Microsoft Azure and you'll have some sort of business like enterprise product. But you really could just have your local LLM hosted on the cloud. Yeah. So,
AI hardware. So in late 2025, I do think we're going to get an explosion in AI hardware. That's of course because if agents manage to work, then AI hardware will manage to work. And essentially, with that, what we do have is a
what is
situation where
AI
we've already
hardware?
seen that Joni Ive has confirmed that he's working on a new device with OpenAI. You can see that the confirmation comes in major New York Times profile about what I've been up to since leaving Apple. So one of the key designers of Apple has actually left and has gone to make something in himself. But of course, now you can see that with that, that actually now means that
Now we're
he's
gonna
working with
look into
OpenAI,
that. What
and of course he's building some kind of
4
AI
p.m.
product. So I
I
will
should
be
have it.
intrigued to see exactly what kind of thing he is doing. And of course, since he's working with OpenAI, it's going to be some kind of physical AI product, whatever it is, whatever product it is that they are working on. So this is going to be something that essentially takes off when we have the agents worked out. I'm not entirely sure how long it's going to take to get agents really running smoothly. There are a few kinks that, some of them did say could take until 2026, but I do know that it is quite likely that we will get AI hardware products. And that is not just because of OpenAI, but of course, as well, we've seen that Amazon's new Alexa voice assistant will use Claude AI. Now, currently, we haven't had any major updates just yet, but when
Oh,
this
so
thing does come out,
NMP,
it is quite
GPUs.
likely that we
We
will get a
all right,
situation in our
so
hands where we will.
we have AI hardware, but we just don't have AI hardware. Like we have hardware that AI could work on, but we don't have hardware that is specifically tailored for AI. You know what I'm saying? So I guess we'll have like a GPU, NPU type of CPU thing, right? GPU, TPU, and NPU type of thing. And you're gonna have to throttle it almost like you would throttle like if you're a crypto miner and shit. Yeah, something like that. Overall, I think that all the ideas are like covered, bro. Great video, but I think this time all the ideas are like overly covered. Like there's nothing really. If you brought up Facebook's LLM, LCM concept, Bro, you would have got me right there because that is something new. But like, nah, man, that's not it. You feel me? This not the 2025 list. This is a great video with a roundup of what occurred on 2024, but that's not it, man. I'm gonna see you in the next one regardless. I just gotta, it's not it, man. It's not all. Go do your research.